Here is the crash of the Titans. Greed, hubris, the fall of Merrill Lynch, and the near collapse of Bank of America by Farrell. I've been learning so much about Wall Street and banks and CEOs. This is fascinating stuff. I'll read the flap for you. The intimate fly-on-the-wall tale of the decline and fall of an American icon. With one notable exception, the firms that make up what we know as Wall Street have always been a part of an inbred, insular culture that most people only vaguely understand. The exception was Merrill Lynch, a firm that revolutionized the stock market by bringing Wall Street to Main Street, setting up offices in far-flung cities and towns long ignored by the giants of finance. With its thundering herd of financial advisors, perhaps no other business, whether in financial services or elsewhere, so epitomized the American spirit. Merrill Lynch was not only bullish on America, it was a big reason why so many average Americans were able to grow wealthy by investing in the stock market. Merrill Lynch was an icon. Its sudden decline, collapse, and sale to Bank of America was a shock. How did it happen? Why did it happen? And what does this story of greed, hubris, and incompetence tell us about the culture of Wall Street that continues to this day, even though it came close to destroying the American economy? A culture in which the CEO of a firm losing $28 billion pushes hard to be paid a $25 million bonus. A culture in which two Merrill Lynch executives are guaranteed bonuses of $30 million and $40 million for 4 months' work, even while the firm is struggling to reduce its losses by firing thousands of employees. Based on unparalleled sources at both Merrill Lynch and Bank of America, Farrell's Crash of the Titans is a Shakespearean saga of three flawed masters of the universe. E. Stanley O'Neill, whose inspiring rise from the segregated South to the corner office of Merrill Lynch when he engineered a successful turnaround, was undone by his belief that a smooth-talking salesman could handle one of the most difficult jobs on Wall Street. After O'Neill comes John Thane, the cerebral, MIT-educated technocrat, whose rescue of the New York Stock Exchange earned him the nickname Super Thane. He was hired to save Merrill Lynch in late 2007. But his belief that the market should rebound led him to underestimate the depth of Merrill's problems. Finally, we meet Bank of America CEO Ken Lewis, a street fighter raised barely above the poverty line in rural Georgia, whose my way or the highway management style suffers fools more easily than potential rivals, and who made a $50 billion commitment over a September weekend to buy a business he really didn't understand, thus jeopardizing his own institution. Crash of the Titans is a financial thriller that puts you in the theater as the historic events of the financial crisis unfold and people responsible for billions of dollars of other people's money gamble recklessly to enhance their power and their paychecks, or to save their own skins. Its wealth of never-before-revealed information and focus on two icons of corporate America make it the book that puts together all the pieces of the Wall Street disaster. And it's fascinating because there's some words that keeps coming up in all these books I'm reading about Wall Street, and that's about cult or religion, calling people things like gurus, like they called Jack Welch. In this book, we're talking about the personality or psychological profile tests on their future employees, which I saw Kmart do once. I experienced myself. And talking about global banks, which is very important. And Merrill Lynch sold to the Bank of America, who was in cahoots with BCCI, from what I heard. And more of that info will come up later in a different book. And they talk a lot about the bonuses in the TARP program. And nobody has ever mentioned yet the fact that they're doing slave trading on Wall Street, because by law, corporations are an individual with human rights. They are buying and selling people on Wall Street. That's slave trading. So I think it really is true, that old saying they had, Wall Street is a curse to capitalism. Hope things cool off soon. Later.